we can now see why Enzo Maresca trusts this guy.
Make sure you get the ball. You know, if you don't get the ball, it's a penalty.
Right. I didn't really see Cole today. I think it was all about.
It was a good comeback from Caicedo. I said in my last video, or should I call it the preview to this particular game, that if Chelsea didn't take their chances, it was going to be a difficult game, because looking at where United is coming from, I mean, it's clearly has shown in this game that, you know, Chelsea wasn't really up and doing. I wouldn't say it was a bad performance, but I think Chelsea really didn't, you know, cross all the T's and dotted all the I's. I don't know what you think with regards to your overall thoughts or view on this particular game against Man United.
Well, from onset, I knew it was going to be a tough game, but I just think Chelsea didn't do much to deserve a win. The performance wasn't really up there, though. That was below my expectations. Actually, I thought Chelsea could have actually played better, but not to the level I expected. Today they didn't really show that desire to win. The level of creativity they've been showing over the few matches in the Premier League, they didn't show that today, and that wasn't the performance you expected.
For me, I think the desire was there. I could see, especially in the last few minutes, I could see that the desire was there, but they lack the ability to create the chances. If you look at how we pounced on United after the equalizer, it was. I mean, it was there, but then we couldn't. I mean, weave that, you know, how do you call it, second goal into the net of United. For me, I don't know what the issue really was, but I think that overall, for me, it wasn't a bad performance. Just that we could have done better. Regarding, I mean, how, you know, the team we are playing with, not to disrespect United, but this is a United side that is not their best at the moment. So I feel, and even in the game, I mean, they didn't play more than us. Just that we didn't take advantage of our chances, and then I think that is what ended the game in the draw. But then a lot of people also attribute this to Enzo Maresca's tactical mishaps. For example, not playing Cucurella in this important game and playing Gusto. There are a lot of people who, when we put out the lineup, a lot of people were complaining. Why not Cucurella? Why is Cucurella? What is happening? Do you share in their opinion as
100%, I agree. Because when I also saw the lineup, I was actually disappointed. You know, even the last game when Malo Gusto was playing the same role, I had a problem with it. You know, where his positioning when we are in possession, especially when we are attacking, he plays as a false number 10. Where Kopama will be at the left side of 10 and he will be at the right side of 10. So just like double 10.
A double,
And he's not that creative, to be honest. He's not that creative. He's not somebody who can finish up chances. And we could see that there were chances for him
he could have
where he could have
created something
but he wasn't doing that. So for me, I think it was...
Or even if he shot, it was blocked. You clearly saw the player coming and then...
so that rule is not actually working for him. Something must be done. And Enzo Maresca, I know he's good. He should change something about that tactical
decision
approach, especially that role given to Malo Gusto for the past 2 games didn't really help him. He couldn't actually perfect that role. I think even if it was Reece James in that, remember I said it, even if it was Reece James in that position, he has that power to do it and to score goals and all that. But because of his injury records, for him to be able to run up and down will have a problem. So for me, the best thing he could have done was to start Marco Cucurella. Like how he came in the second half. We see how he could run all over and he's solid. He even had the first clean shot strike on goal.
Yes.
And we could all see what happened. So I think he is the best person to be doing that.
For me, I think one of the things that I also complained about was the fact that we didn't take a lot of shots at goal. We'll come to that particular conversation. But then The first goal that happened was a penalty for United.
Yeah.
Was that? Did you really think that it was a penalty?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Sanchez didn't get the ball, and he got the man. For me, it was a clear penalty, 100%. For what Sanchez could have done was to just lay back. It could have been avoidable.
Right, because the ball was almost going
away from goal.
So there was no way he could have gotten the ball and turned to score.
Right. Even if he had decided to play, it will either be a side netting or even you catching the ball.
Right.
So it was a necessary dive in to challenge for the ball, and that was a clear penalty for me.
Right. Good. Sanchez's performance today. Was it okay? Was it good? Was it bad?
Well, up until the penalty incident, I think he was decent. He didn't give away balls as he used to, and he made a clean saves and all that.
Right.
Good positioning in some of the catch-up he made. So for me, I think he had a decent game until that incident. That's where we still think that Chelsea needed a high-level goalkeeper who understands certain things. You know, if it was an experienced goalkeeper who knows his whatever, he would have understood that
timing.
Not even the timing, but he would have understood that yes, Højlund got the ball first. His first touch wasn't accurate, so he would have read the game and be able to conclude that no, the striker can't even get a clean hit at the ball because of the way he controlled the ball. So for me, that's the high level of goalkeeping aspect we need to look at, and that's why some of us still think that Sanchez is not the right.
But the
man
point that I'm even making is that even if there are several layers of decision making in the process.
Yeah.
If you get one wrong, you should make sure you don't get the other wrong.
The other one, yeah.
Diving in, he should have made sure that his timing was accurate. Make sure you get the ball. You know, if you don't get the ball, it's a penalty.
Right. Yeah.
So you have to be very critical with regards to these kinds of decisions. And every little decision you make can either cost the team or help the team. So I think in that moment, Sanchez didn't really help the team. I mean, it was a good comeback from Caicedo.
I mean, solid.
First of all, before we go to Caicedo, let's look at our back line, comprising of Cowell, Fofana, James, and Gusto. You've already spoken about Gusto. Let's look at the other three in the back: Fofana, Cowell, and James.
I didn't really see Cowell today. I think it was all about Wesley Fofana.
Right.
I think
solid.
that guy.
Solid.
We can now see why Enzo Maresca trusts this guy. So solid.
Physical.
Right. Pacey. You know, having in the back of the mind that he just returned from a long time injury, but the way he runs with the ball, the way he runs to recover, the blocks he always does is absolutely amazing. So for me, I think Fofana was solid. Aside Moises Caicedo, I think he would have been man of the match for me.
Right.
Liverpool, I didn't really see him much but
today.
It could be because of the early yellow card he also received today. Yeah.
Right. James.
Solid, another solid player. Few complacencies, but I think he was okay. Defensively solid, and he also made a lot of creative passes and other stuff. So for me, I think Reece James is actually gradually, picking up to his best.
And one of the reasons why I said, I actually saw desire in these guys today, is that 4 minutes after the penalty, Chelsea equalized. That's not the usual. Of Chelsea. That was a solid shot from Caicedo. You could see me screaming on top of my voice.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Why are you not shooting from range?
Yeah.
Look, just one and it's in the net. As you said earlier, Cucurella came on. He started it. Now we saw a couple of shots, and it brought a goal. Why? I don't know what the challenge is with our players, that we always want to take the ball into the net, dribble the keeper before we score.
Finish.
It's not helping us.
Yes, I think we have to. Our midfielders, our wingers need to shoot more.
Right.
I think it's very, very important.
Very important.
We need to hit the ball. Anything can happen.
especially when you are within the 18 yards.
18 yards.
Anything
you don't
can
have
happen.
to dribble
Get
everybody.
inside, you know.
I mean, we'll still have to find a way and do that. It's only Cole Palmer who mostly do that, but I think all the midfielders can do it. If there's a kind of half space for you, you can hit from
Just
there.
hit it.
I think Manchester United took control of that. They took advantage of that.
Right.
Any little chance they got, they decide to shoot. Anything can happen. Deflections can happen, corners, and you can get a goal from any of this.
A chance from that.
Anything, ricochet can happen. Then you have a handball penalty. A lot can come in from that. But I don't know why our attackers don't really shoot
that much
from distance.
Right. Let's go to. I mean, take me to Caicedo's goal.
Yeah.
What? I mean, as a footballer yourself, when you saw that strike,
yeah,
what was the feeling like for you?
Every footballer loves those spectacular, moments in the game, and I think Caicedo is one of the players who don't really hit the ball more often, but we could see that he loves scoring these screamers. This is his second goal for Chelsea, and he's another screamer. His first goal was another spectacular long range goal from halfway line. This is another solid goal. So for me, I think he has to improvise. We call it improvisation. He has to do that as a high technical player. You know that you have to take your chance. So you could see that from the moment the ball was dropping, he was already planting.
He knew what we wanted to do.
Exactly. So in that moment, there was no other option than to hit it. He had already made up his mind. And that's where the belief started from.
Right.
So if you have that belief and you get the clean strike of the ball, definitely you have a solid goal. And that's what happened.
Lavia, Caicedo, still the best pairing for Chelsea?
Yes.
In the midfield.
100%. I think we have to be considerate. Even though we know that Lavia is somebody who wouldn't give us all season. He wouldn't be available all season. But the moment we have him, let's make good use of him. I think he's somebody, regardless of his hard work, regardless of his defensive ability, attacking wise, he's still there. He'll give you the long balls. He'll give you the true balls. He'll drive with the ball. He knows how to run with the ball. So for me, I think his pairing with Caicedo is going to be a solid one, and if not one of the best pairing in the league.
Let's look at our forward line. I mean, myself, you already know my thoughts on Lavia. So let's look at the forward line. Today, he played Neto. And Palmer in the 10th position and Madueke at the right wing. What do you make of this line?
I think aside we not being able to get the best out of Cole Palmer today, Pedro Neto was very prolific. I think he was the most active guy in the forward line. I didn't really see much of Madueke today. I think he was miles off. But this is what we want to see. The little change he made, bringing in Mudryk, actually lifted a little bit of the game, And the one particular change that I expected, which I couldn't get, or I didn't get, and I was disappointed, was Nkunku should have come in very early for Nicholas Jackson. Aside, Cole Palmer is somebody, if he doesn't get much of the ball, then you wouldn't see him. You can't see the needed output you want to get from him. So for me, I think we have to help him. He can't do it alone. So Nkunku would have been the best person to help him. Nkunku, he wouldn't stand alone. He wouldn't stand idle. He would come in and play with everybody in the team. So I think Nkunku should have come in. That would have actually helped Cole Palmer. He was so quiet today, and definitely we all know what happened. Manchester United was so compact, and we have to respect that. They just needed a result like this to actually help them move into the season. So for me, I think our attack, apart from Madueke and Nicholas Jackson, I think Cole Palmer and Neto had a great game.
You talk about Jackson. Jackson had an opportunity to finish for the second, but he couldn't. And I don't know what your thoughts are, but it's like Jackson is doing a lot more work in the midfield at the back than he is doing where he's supposed to do. A lot of the times when you are looking for him up front, he's not there doing a lot of work. And all of that. It was a clear chance for him to finish. His ability to quickly convert it's quite low. I don't know whether my assessment is right.
Yeah, rightly so. I think that incident was, I think that's when Delete slipped.
Right, exactly.
That was a clear opportunity to just open your body, let the ball roll through, and then you finish one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But he has to still, turn his back for at goal, and then control the ball to release back. No.
You are the striker.
So he would have easily opened his body, let the ball roll through, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, then you shoot. So I didn't really know what he was doing there.
Right.
That's the difference between him and Nkunku. You would have seen Nkunku
go
finishing off this chance.
Right.
So that's where I still think Jackson needs to up his game.
Right.
For me, his finishing ability he's still working on that. Nkunku, we all know he has his more, but he has to be quicker. Think quick as a forward or as a striker. I mean Jackson. As a striker, you have to be
very quick, very
in your thinking.
Right. I mean, first of all, we appreciate the extra work he does.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you are a striker, you have to do your work as a striker.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Let's look at general output from Enzo Maresca himself. Substitutions, were they on point? Did you, aside from the fact that we didn't like the starting lineup, substitutions? What's your take on his substitutions?
Well, I think for bringing on Marco Corella, that was an excellent decision.
Right after half-time.
Right after you don't have to waste time.
Right.
He also realized that Malo Gusto wasn't
in the game.
He wasn't in the game. He was not having a good game. Quickly, you switch it. Another one was bringing in Modric, which I think was late as usual. He should have done it a lot quicker. And then the substitution that I expected and it didn't happen was Nkunku coming in for Jackson.
Right.
Fernandes coming in for Lavia. I didn't really see any problem with that, even though we all know that at the moment Fernandes is below his standard. He's not up there. You could see my reaction when I saw him coming in, but we're still managing the game time and the injury level of Lavia, which is very important. So for me, I think it was okay. Aside me not seeing Nkunku, I think it was okay.
Martinez tackle on Cole Palmer, on the knee.
Yeah.
Was that a red card?
Yeah, 100%. For me, it was a red card. We have seen incidents. We have seen clear instances where no doubt, no debate, it was a penalty. But I think the reason why it wasn't overturned because the on-field decision was already a yellow card. And remember, before the season start, there was a little changes in the VAR between the VAR and then the on-field referee. So I think if he had given a red card straight, I think it would have stand. But the yellow card also stands. So that means the VAR actually respected the decision of the on-field decision. But for me, I think it was a red card challenge.
Right. Let's look at the United side. Did you see them give us problems, or it was just because we didn't really do our work?
I didn't really see the match. No, not really. Right. I think United can do better. For me, even collective play, they didn't actually look extraordinary. Like for me, I think that's why I started by saying Chelsea didn't play well, because looking at previous game, for example, like the game we play against Liverpool, the game we play against Manchester City, this wasn't really up to that standard. Chelsea didn't play up to that level. So for me, I don't really know what happens. Manchester United could have done better. They really didn't give Chelsea the problems I expected. The defense wasn't really pressured. Well, aside giving out the penalty, which other clear chance we could have said United actually created? again, if not also the Garnacho's chance, which was very clear, he should have done better. But aside that, no real pressure from Manchester United.
Man of the match.
Moises Caicedo, straightforward.
Caicedo.
Yes, man had a good game.
Caicedo.
Very solid performance.
And I mean, I'm beginning to love his willpower to play. Yeah. Like he wants to defend every ball. He wants to, he wants to do more. And for me, that excites me. Definitely. And we have to see a lot of the players, do same. Because at the end of the day, that is why you are there.
Yeah. If
you are not doing your very best, then it means that you shouldn't be there. In the first place. Yeah. Right. So, well, we might as well say that the two of them decided to play a draw since they are old friends, as the commentator said.
Well, for me, I think this game was crying for draw. Or while even the statistics shows that Chelsea haven't been able to beat them in 11 games at Old Trafford. So now 12. So for me, it cries draw all the time. And this actually, this fixture is the most drawed match ever in the Premier League. It was 26, now it's 27 now. So for me, I think...
That's the Chelsea United.
Chelsea United, in 65 games, draws as 27. So it tells you that it was crying for draw. And... the commentator actually had a joke out of it, but I don't think it was planned. Yeah. No, I don't think it was planned.
Right. I think basically that is what we have to say. I don't know whether you have anything to add, but for me, I think
it was a normal game. I actually expected a high game, especially from Chelsea point of view. Aside that, I think it was okay. It's fair results.
Okay, guys. If you are watching for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let us know your thoughts regards to the conversation we've had in the comment section. Chelsea, should Chelsea have won this game? Or if you think that it was a fair result, a draw, a 1-1 draw for both teams. Don't forget to like the video, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace. We're out.